Welcome to, on the other hand, and welcome to the two newest subscribers. In this video, a channel called Knowing Better made a video on feminism and social justice. As with all response videos, it is encouraged to go watch the reference videos so you can see the full context for yourselves. Links are in the description below. Knowing Better starts this section on feminism as follows.
Feminism, and the left in general, has somewhat of a branding problem. Phrases like white privilege, male privilege, and even Black Lives Matter lend themselves to misinterpretation and defensiveness. Even the word feminism has the same problem. When you hear the term, you probably think it means women want power over men. And while there are probably some people who want that, they are not representative of all feminists. What most women want is equality, what many of you would call egalitarianism, and what many of you think we already have. While they do have the vote, and they do technically have legal equality, for now, you're just gonna have to take my word for it that when it comes to societal power, women have less than men. We're just not there yet. So feminism is the balancing force, the upward motion, pushing towards equality. The reason you think women want power over men is because you think we're already here, so the upward force is pushing imbalance. The same could be said for Black Lives Matter. You think we're here, where all lives matter, which would be great, but we're not. So the balancing force is Black Lives Matter. If you believe in egalitarianism, and that's what you truly want for society, you already share a lot of common ground with feminism. You're probably just hung up on the label because to you, it comes off as bad branding.
So after the assertion of, you're just going to have to take my word for it, that women and blacks don't have equality, the only evidence Knowing Better provides is an argument on the wage gap. And he does a good job of it and concludes it with the following.
The gender pay gap exists. It's not 23 cents, but it does exist.
So first off, here's my bias. I'm not a feminist, and I think Knowing Better has some great content that tends to be center-left. I even think he does a good job dressing for the part of the videos he does. Anyway, instead of giving my specific response to his claim about feminism, I think this segment from FreedomToons does it better.
Society hates women! We live under patriarchy! Huh. I don't know. I mean, I've always felt most responsible adults kind of see it as a grass is greener thing. Men have it hard in some areas, women have it hard in other areas. No, that's not true because there's no such thing as sexism against men. How do you figure? Because society hates women. Why do you think that? Because it's never sexist against men. Uh-huh. Look at all these reasons that prove society is unfair to women. This proves we live under patriarchy. Look at all these ways in which society is unfair to men. Those don't count.
And here's another FreedomToons clip that says it better than I can about Black Lives Matter.
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Black Lives Matter either. They're too divisive, and BLM activists have also framed false narratives and distorted facts to make justified shootings seem unjustified, which really harms the cause of those legitimately concerned with police misconduct. Oh, are you serious? Black Lives Matter literally just means Black Lives Matter. That's the literal definition. Shh. Sorry.
To reiterate, when it comes to feminism, I think both sexes have advantages and disadvantages, but I wouldn't say that one has significantly less social power than the other. But for me, when it comes down to it, if you have an opinion and can back it up, great. I feel good when I uncover good information and am better informed. I don't always feel good right after changing my mind, but it's always a positive experience overall. I think Knowing Better did a good job putting forward good information and a good argument on the wage gap, but only presenting one point to back up the line about trusting him on the lack of equality for women, even if it was well argued, felt like he was trying to hide the ball. If he had more good points and arguments, he might have changed my mind, but I was left feeling like I got the best argument he had, but that argument wasn't enough to change my mind. On the one hand, I realized that the Knowing Better video was about all of social justice and was quite broad and a mix of informative and persuasive material. On the other hand, because I'm a sucker for persuasion and ideas, I felt a little cheated that the most solid argument of the video was the only one for that subject. And if you're really trying to persuade people, I feel like going all in is the way to truly change minds. As always, thanks. Hope you enjoyed.